goes through your mind when you're quiet, you know. You have a lot of thoughts. And they sometimes be fighting each other, you know. Like.
Hi guys, welcome back. Today, we're breaking down 5 movies starring Don Cheadle and what makes his performances in these movies hit harder than you expect, and why Don Cheadle remains one of the most quietly dangerous actors working. Don Cheadle isn't loud about his talent. He doesn't overpower scenes. He outmaneuvers them. In films like Talk to Me, Miles Ahead, Traitor, No Sudden Move, and Reign Over Me, Don Cheadle proves that power on screen doesn't come from volume. It comes from control. Whether he's playing a provocateur, an icon on the edge, a man buried in secrecy, or someone carrying grief so heavy it reshapes his entire life, Cheadle brings the same discipline every time: intelligence, restraint, and emotional precision. If you've ever underestimated him as an actor, watch these next.
In this so-called free country till they break you down. Well, guess what? I'm telling it. That's right, and I'm gonna keep on telling it. Some of it you're gonna like, some of it you ain't. If you got something to say, give me a call. If you did...
Number 5 on this list is the movie Talk to Me. Some performances don't ask for permission. They grab the microphone and dare you to stop them. Talk to Me is loud, confrontational, and unapologetic. And at the center of it is Don Cheadle, delivering a performance powered by intellect, rage, and precision. This isn't subtle, it's intentional. The film tells the true story of Ralph P.D. Green, a Washington, D.C. radio personality who shattered expectations by saying exactly what polite society didn't want to hear. His platform wasn't built on approval, it was built on confrontation. The movie moves like a broadcast under pressure, asking what happens when truth becomes entertainment and power listens in. This is a story about voice. Who has it, who fears it, and who tries to silence it. Don Cheadle plays P.D. Green like a man allergic to restraint. He's fast, sharp, unpredictable, and completely in control of the chaos he creates. Cheadle doesn't polish P.D. He lets him be brilliant and abrasive at the same time. Every rant feels improvised but calculated. Every joke lands like a challenge. What makes the performance work is intelligence. You always feel that P.D. knows exactly what he's doing, even when everyone else thinks he's out of control. That balance between volatility and awareness is difficult. Cheadle makes it look effortless. Talk to Me shows Don Cheadle at his most fearless. No filter, no apology, just conviction delivered at full volume.
I'm Miles Davis.
I know. Francis Taylor.
Look.
Next on this list is Miles Ahead. Some performances respect the legend. This one challenges it. Miles Ahead isn't interested in a clean, polished portrait, and neither is Don Cheadle. This isn't a tribute, it's a collision, and Cheadle hits it head-on. Miles Ahead throws out the standard biopic rulebook and rebuilds the story around attitude, rhythm, and confrontation. It captures a volatile moment in the life of jazz icon Miles Davis, not as a museum piece, but as a man in conflict with himself, his past, and the world trying to package him. The film moves like jazz sounds, fractured, improvisational, and deliberately uncomfortable. You're not guided, you're challenged. Don Cheadle doesn't imitate Miles Davis. He embodies his defiance. This performance is sharp-edged and confrontational. Clipped dialogue, sudden silence, explosive shifts in mood. Cheadle plays Miles as a man constantly testing everyone in the room, daring them to keep up. He leans into contradiction, arrogance and vulnerability, genius and paranoia, humor and cruelty. Nothing is softened. Nothing is explained away. That refusal to comfort the audience is the point, and Cheadle commits to it fully. Many actors would chase reverence in a role like this. Cheadle chooses friction. He understands that Miles Davis wasn't designed to be liked. He was designed to disrupt. Every line delivery feels like a provocation. Every stare feels like a challenge. This isn't acting built to win applause. It's acting built to stay honest, even when that honesty cuts. Miles Ahead proves Don Cheadle isn't interested in safety. He's willing to alienate, disrupt, and polarize if it means getting closer to truth. Acting, directing, producing, this film is a statement of intent. Not, look what I can do, but this is how it has to be done.
I've been in a lot of battles. And it may have felt like a suicide mission at the time, but we always had a plan. I've been in a lot of battles.
Number 3 on this list is the movie Traitor. Some performances don't tell you who to trust. They weaponize the doubt. Traitor is a film built on uncertainty, and at its center is Don Cheadle, playing a man whose silence is more dangerous than any confession. This isn't a spy movie about answers. It's about pressure. Traitor follows a man moving through global terror networks, while intelligence agencies race to determine which side he's really on. The film refuses clarity on purpose. Allegiances blur, motives fracture. Every scene asks the same question. Is this man the threat, or the only one who understands it? In a genre obsessed with exposition, Traitor chooses tension. Don Cheadle plays Samir Horn like a man carrying too many truths to speak out loud. He doesn't posture, he doesn't explain. He listens and lets everyone else reveal themselves. Cheadle's performance is built on restraint. His eyes track danger before dialogue catches up. His stillness reads as threat because it feels deliberate. You're never sure what Samir believes, and that uncertainty is the point. Cheadle turns ambiguity into authority. Don Cheadle plays Samir Horn like a man carrying too many truths to speak out loud. In a film about surveillance and suspicion, Cheadle becomes unreadable, and that unreadability is the performance. You're not watching a character react, you're watching one calculate.
I've done work for Frank. This is not Frank.
Okay, because if he's in, I'm out.
What did I just tell you?
Walking.
Moving on to number 2 on this list is No Sudden Move. Some performances announce power. This one calculates it. No Sudden Move is a film about leverage, betrayal, and men circling each other with smiles that mean nothing. At the center of that chessboard is Don Cheadle, calm, coiled, and 10 moves ahead. This isn't chaos, it's strategy. Set in 1950s Detroit. No Sudden Move follows a group of criminals hired for what should be a simple job, until greed, power, and corporate corruption tear the plan apart. The film isn't about guns blazing. It's about who controls information, and who gets erased when the truth surfaces. Every conversation is a negotiation. Every pause is a threat. Don Cheadle plays Kurt Goins like a man who understands exactly how disposable everyone else is. He doesn't rush, he doesn't explain, he listens, and lets people hang themselves with their own confidence. Cheadle builds the performance on stillness. His voice is measured. His reactions are minimal. When he speaks, it's not to dominate. It's to decide. You never feel Kurt chasing control. You feel him owning it. Many crime films rely on volatility to signal danger. Cheadle does the opposite. His Kurt is dangerous because he's patient. He understands leverage better than loyalty. He knows survival means choosing the winning side, even if that side shifts mid-sentence. Cheadle makes every interaction feel transactional. No emotion wasted. No movement accidental. That discipline turns dialogue into a weapon. Don understands crime stories aren't about action, they're about leverage, timing, and silence. This performance isn't flashy, it's surgical, and that precision is exactly why it lingers.
Nobody by that name lives here, sorry.
That's fine. I'll just wait for the landlord.
And number 1 on this list is the movie Reign Over Me. Some performances don't chase intensity, they carry it. Reign Over Me isn't loud, flashy, or fast, but it hits harder because of what it refuses to release. At the center of that restraint is Don Cheadle, delivering a performance built on patience, empathy, and emotional discipline. This isn't grief as spectacle, it's grief as responsibility. Don Cheadle plays Alan Johnson like a man quietly cracking under expectation. He's successful, he's responsible, he's composed, and he's exhausted. Cheadle doesn't play empathy as sentiment. He plays it as endurance. Alan listens when it's uncomfortable. He stays when leaving would be easier. You feel the strain in his posture, the hesitation before every difficult choice. This is a performance about showing up, again and again, even when there's no reward. Many actors play empathy with sentiment. Cheadle plays it with discipline. He never rushes grief toward resolution. He lets scenes stall. He lets silences stretch. He allows pain to exist without explanation. That restraint forces the audience to sit with loss instead of observing it from a distance. This is emotional acting without manipulation. These 5 movies reveal the truth about Don Cheadle. He doesn't chase attention. He controls space. Whether he's provoking a nation, embodying a legend, moving through shadows, calculating survival, or carrying grief that never leaves, Cheadle applies the same discipline every time: precision, restraint, and absolute intent. These performances don't comfort you. They don't explain themselves. They sit in silence and wait for you to catch up. If you're looking for movies driven by intelligence instead of noise, start here. And if you want breakdowns that cut past hype and deal strictly in craft, subscribe to the channel. Watch closely. I'll see you in the next one.